Hello, my name is Eduardo, or Asa, and today we have another modeling tutorial for ROBLOX Studio. Sorry. Let's start making this, okay? So we're going to start making it from 0 in this case. This is not like the piggy character that we have been making, okay? Where we use a body, okay? So we're going to create all the body, okay? So for that thing, we will insert in this case a model, okay? So we're going to insert the model and then we're going to call it mouse. So and then we're going to insert inside this model a part, so part, and this is the process, guys, okay? So pay attention to this process because I'm going to show you how to create your own character right now. So to start with this, let me start close from my reference picture. So I guess that's okay here. Okay, well, we have the part here. Okay, so we just check the part. We can check here in surface. We can check all the sections. For example, which is the front part of the model? Well, this is the front part, okay? So this is important because we are going to add a very important part in the model. So all the models that you create or characters, they have to have this part inside them, okay? And we're going to call this part humanoid root part. It has to be like this, okay? So respecting everything, okay? So humanoid root part, and this is facing the front part. Okay, well, now that I have my humanoid root part, okay, I'm going to anchor this part. I'm going to go here. I'm going to anchor. Okay, this is the only part that we are going to anchor here. Then we're going to make it invisible, but first we are going to duplicate this part. So select the part and then just press Ctrl D or duplicate. Then we have the other part. Okay, sorry for the dogs. Now if you check here, it's like that, quite the same like a block, okay? So in this case the width. So well, we have this. Let's select this one and we're going to call one of them upper torso. That's it. Well, I select the one that is below. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, this is the upper torso, and we're going to uncheck the anchor for upper torso. Then we're going to drag it upwards. That's it. And then we are going to make another duplicate from the humanoid root part. Okay, duplicate, and then we are going to call this one lower torso. That's it. Then we're going to place it below all of them, and that's it. Now we're going to select the humanoid root part and we're going to disable collisions. We're going to scale it and we're going to make it like covering this area. Okay, it is covering the area. We're going to change the color just to see better. So this is the humanoid root part that it's like inside this guy. It is like the core of our character. We can set it a little bit down, okay? And this is the humanoid root part. Then we're going to make it transparent. We're going to set it to 1 its transparency. And remember, lower torso, it is not anchor, so we uncheck. And upper torso, okay, it's the same thing. It doesn't have to be anchored. Okay, so well, we don't have it anchored, none of them. So, and we're going to start. Now we can make this brown beautiful mouse, or we can change the color. So why don't we change the color? Well, probably we are going to select for this mouse, we're going to select something like, we have gray. Okay, we can use gray, or we can use green, or we can use another color. So I guess we're going to select something like blue. This is going to be the main color, and it has to be a little bit darker. I'm going to use that one. That is the color. Let me check the name. It is electric blue. So I'm going to use electric blue for that, and then we're going to use the other one also, lower torso, electric blue. So we have both. Okay, then lower torso has to be over here, and it has to be close the upper torso. So we activate collisions and we drag it. Okay, if we cannot drag, it's because we have the humanoid root part in the middle. Okay, so we just disable can collide. Let me check if this is gonna work or not. Upper torso, lower torso. No, it's not gonna work. Don't worry. We are just going to use collisions, disable collisions, and we just drag this guy. Press F to see better. And I guess that's okay. Then we check just the humanoid root part. We can move the humanoid root part just a little bit, just when we place this, and we can use again collisions just to make everything snap perfectly. So I select here lower torso, and then we're going to select collisions, and that's it. It is now very nicely placed. Now we select humanoid root part and we move it, disable collisions, and we drag it over here. Okay, so well, we can just move. I'm going to move the humanoid root part because in this moment it's like interrupting some things. So I'm going to put it over here, and I'm going to change its transparency because you know I can forget this. So I'm going to leave it like here. Okay, so now we have here this, okay, lower torso and upper torso. Now we're going to create the we're going to scale everything. So I guess we're going to make it bigger, the lower torso, like this. We can use also a character from plugins, and we go for plugins, and then we go to rig builder, and then we create just a mesh, just to have the proportions of the size or whatever you have or you need. Okay, so I'm going to put it like this. That's it. I'm going to put it here. Then we're going to rotate this guy. That's it. And then we're going to just drag this guy here, here, here. That's it. Also, I'm going to use something here in view. That is the grid material. That is pretty useful when we are like modeling things. Okay, so in this case we can move more accurately in the workspace. Well, now if we see, if we have this upper torso, then we're going to make it similar to this guy. Okay, so we can just move it over here, and then we're just going to disable collisions, and then we're going to change this, select this guy, and then we're going to scale it. We're going to scale it. That's it. Probably quite like this, and then we're going to select the other one, and then we're going to make it I guess thinner, like this. Then this one I'm going to make it like this. This is just the basic. I think I'm going to change some things, but well. Now from side, I guess this is okay. Over here it is like character, like this. Not perfect, but might work. Then we do the same for this guy. We're going to place it here, 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 here. That's it. Then we just drag this guy, and we have this. Probably it's a little bit taller, but I guess that's okay, just to follow the proportions that we have in our dummy, like this. Okay, well, we have the telephone. Then we are going to set, I guess we have this. Now we're going to create the head for the head, we're going to duplicate this one and we're going to drag this guy over here. Then we're going to enable collisions and that's it. So I guess the head, it's quite the size of this, okay? Because it's a big head. Now it's a little bit, I don't know, wider. Probably like this, probably like this. And a little bit taller in here. Well, more or less. So now we have this, and then we just get closer, and then we have the eyes, the mouth, the nose. So we can duplicate this friend. No, but we disable collisions. We duplicate, Ctrl D, then we just move forward, and then we're just going to scale. We're just going to scale this, and we're going to make the nose. So here, that's okay. We are going to move the model a little bit, just to have a better view. Okay, so I'm using the lines just to guide myself. So well, then we have the nose. I have to rename the things, but I'm quite lazy for that right now. So this, and then we're going to make it like this. We're going to make it like this. Over here, it is like a rectangle. Just make sure it's quite the same. So we have the rectangle over there, and then we're going to duplicate this guy, and then we're going to drag this thing. We're going to make it here less wide, and that's it. So now if we check, this is way too far, and this one like this. I guess quite the thing. So now we need to make the eyes. For the eyes, we're going to make something similar. We're going to duplicate this nose, and then we're going to move it over here, and then we're just going to scale them. So I guess that's okay. So not very, no, yeah, they are very big eyes. We select, that's it. We leave it like here, and we're going to change its color to black. And not too white, I mean. Oh, but it has a border, right? Oh, that's pretty cool. So we're going to make it black, then we're going to duplicate, then we're going to make it smaller, just a little bit. Then we can set it to white or gray or something. I guess white. And then we are just going to move it a little bit forward. That's it. And then we're going to duplicate this guy again. And then we are going to make it like this. Then here. Then over here. And then over here. I guess that's okay. Then it goes over here. Don't forget to leave a like if you are like enjoying this tutorial. That's okay. I mean, it's not the same, but might work. Well, here we duplicate the, well, not the nose, the mouth. And then we are going to make it bigger. And then here. Then here. Over here. And then over here. And then we're going to change its color to black. That's cool, very cool. Move it forward. That's it. Now we have the eye. We can duplicate the eye. Just move this, and we are going to use here, for example, I guess it's this one, is this one now. This one, this one, this one, and this one now. This is not. Then just Control D. Then we just move over here. Okay. Okay. And then we just move the nose because nose is not very. Okay. And now I can see the nose something. Let me check in this one. Nose. Oh yeah, nose is not like that large. So over here we got the nose. Oh, it looks pretty cool. I like these characters. These are very creative characters. So also head, it is wider. So let's move it over here. Let's scale this guy. And also we are going to send it to the front, but let me check this. Then we're going to try to take all of the face, just the face. That's it. And then we're going to move it. Oh, that's nice. Pretty nice character. Pretty nice. Okay, well, we have the head, and then we have the torso, and then we can just like start like coloring some things. Okay, for example, here we have the nose, and then we have here like this thing that it's a light color, so we have probably something like this, or probably more, or like this. I don't know. Let me just remove the material. Ah, that looks pretty cool. Quite. Probably something like this. I like this color. I like this color. Now head, it is not like centered. I guess that's okay. So now we are going to make the ears. So for that we are going to select another the head again. Then we are going to drag up. Then we are going to scale. Then we are going to check. It is not very wide. So here, and then we are going to move it over here. Then we are just going to move it upwards. Then it is just like part of this thing. It's like, well, as I told you, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it is your own character, right? So probably like that, it's okay. It is just at the middle. Then we just duplicate this guy, and then we are just going to move it a little bit. Well, make it, in this case, smaller. By the way, what do you think about the game? Because it's pretty cool, pretty original in some things. Okay, well, we have this one, and then we have the color, that this is the color, just to make sure we have the same color, right? Then we're going to place this, and that's it. We have the beautiful ear. So probably this ear has to be a little bit wider. And I guess I like it. So here, and that's it. We have two parts. Then we are going to duplicate this one, and then we are just going to drag it over here. Oh, it was almost at the first try. Well, anyway, we have also some eyebrows, okay, that we can use over there. So we can select any part, for example the eye, and we just can drag this thing. So we just duplicate, we put it over here, and then we are going to scale it, and we can change the eyebrows here. So here, so these are not very thick. I don't know, probably it's like that. and then I'm going to place them. So now, because this is a different mouse, we're going to make it, we're going to disable rotation, and we're going to make it like this. Pretty cool. Okay, I like it. Now, now we can move them. Let me check if I can see the placement of the eyebrows. I guess yes, that's okay. And then we're going to select this, and we're going to duplicate. We're going to drag it over here, then here, and then probably we're going to rotate a little bit. Oh, evil. Well, this evil guy, it's over here. And now, well, we have the torso, upper torso. It's quite this thing. I guess it's okay. Probably the head, it's a little bit wider. Probably. That's it. Now, for this, we have to make the arms. Okay, we have to make them. So we can select this torso, and then we are going to duplicate. Then we are going to drag it over here. Then we are going to set it in here. I guess that's okay. So we have this size, and then in this case we are going to go to the size, and we're going to change this property, and we are going to set it to 0.5. So what about the other one? 0.5. That's it. Just to make it perfectly size. Okay. Yeah. 0.5, and then we just select the length. Okay, we have three parts. We have the upper, the lower, and the hand. So upper part, it will be here. So let's arm first one. Okay, so and this upper part is shorter, so I guess that's okay. Then we're going to duplicate this friend, and we are going to drag it over here, and this is a little bit longer. Over here it's okay, and the final part, it's just the hand, that it's going to be another copy. So in this case we are going to make it like this, and then like this. And I guess for this one we can go here again, and probably we're going to set it to 0.7, and 0.7. I don't know, 0.7. Oh, comma 0.7. I guess that's okay. Pretty cool. So we're going to just move it. Excellent. So we have the hand, and probably the color, well, it has to be this one. That's okay. I really like it. We're going to rotate them just to place them, but right now it's okay. So if you check, the hands are getting until the knees. Okay, so they are long. So we're going to move this guy a little bit upwards. We can eliminate the dummy, so your services are not longer needed. So we'll have this guy. Then probably we're going to change something, but I guess I like it. Now we are going to duplicate this friend. So this is the easy part, because this is like the same arm. And we're going to select the three parts. We're going to duplicate, and we're going to drag them to the other side, and we have the arms. And then we go for the legs, that these are pretty similar, I guess, but a little bit wider, in my opinion, wider. So we're going to use these ones. Okay, so let me move all my model upwards. Then we go here, and then we are going to go here, here. Sorry, here, here, here. Then we're going to duplicate, and we're going to drag it here, and then we're going to place this thing, okay, here. Just move these collisions, and we're going to place them here. Now if you check, we have the lower, let me check, I cannot see. Yes, we have two parts and almost the same, I guess. I don't know, probably the legs, the hands look a little bit longer. The hands, I don't know, probably. So this part, it is like this. So we're going to just reduce the size of this one, just to make it a little bit like that. Then we're going to move this over here, and then we're going to make it bigger, okay, here, and I guess that's okay. If you check here the shoes or the feet, that's okay, and that's okay, a little bit wider, that's okay, I like it. I mean, not perfect as I told you, but we have something working. Then we're going to select the three parts of this leg if we are satisfied with this, and then we're going to duplicate, and then we're going to move them. Well, so I have this duplication because over here on the head, because I had collisions enabled, so I'm going to undone this, then I'm going to select them again, and then we're going to disable collisions, Ctrl D, and then we just move them. That's it, pretty much the thing. Then we need something for the stomach. Okay, so we're going to select this, and then we're going to duplicate this, and then we're going to just scale it, then a little bit here, probably that's okay, and probably here. Then we just select the color, I like that. Then we can change the material. I don't know if the material is something like bright, but we can select something like smooth plastic. I guess that's okay, looks good. And this grumpy mouse, it's quite done. So now we have these things, and we can also insert the human root part, but we're going to do it at the end. Now we're going to go to this part, then we're going to change, okay, well, place them properly. For example, these ones, we're going to move them over here, and then we're going to rotate them together. Then we just move, and we check in the picture, it's a little bit down over there, that's okay. Then we do the same for this. We select this feature. If we cannot select this, make sure you disable some of these controls. Then we are going to go here, and then we are just going to drag it a little bit down. Then we just move. That looks pretty cool. I guess that looks okay. That looks good. Looks good. Okay, well, we do the same for the legs. Well, I guess the legs are almost placed. We disable this. Then we just get closer. And then we just move them back in this thing. Okay, I guess they are a little bit inside the model. So here, that's it. We can just move this thing, scale it a little bit or not. Yeah, a little bit up, okay, upwards. Let me check. That's it. Then we are going to do the same for this friend. Or we can duplicate the other one because we have modified things. So I'm going to delete this one and I'm going to duplicate just to have the same size and position. So then we're going to do Ctrl D and then we're going to drag these two. That's okay. That's okay. So don't worry about the post, that it has a post with the open legs. If you want, you can place them, but I guess that's okay for now. So we have this, and then if you listen to some noise as well, that's my family. Okay, and then we're going to go here, and that's it. Okay, sorry about the noises. My family is talking. Okay, well, now we go here. And we almost finished with this video, guys. Okay, so we have the character, and now let's check if everything is okay. I guess if you check this arm, we can see that it's not that very nicely placed. So we are going to drag this guy down over here, and we have our mouse. It's almost the same. I don't know, it's not like very similar. I guess it looks shorter in this one, so probably we can fix this, making the upper torso wider like this. That's it. Upper torso, and then we're going to move it over here, and then we're going to drag this, then we're going to drag this, and it looks better. Well, now what's next? Well, the next part is to rename everything. This is very important if you are planning to animate this cool guy. Okay, so well, to do that, we're going to start. We have lower torso, upper torso, humanoid root part, upper torso. No, this is not upper torso. We're going to call this head. Now we're going to go for this one, that this is let's call it mouth. Then we go for let me check this. If these are the teeth, I would make them like this. Yeah, I don't know if these are the teeth, but well. So well, we continue. Mouth. These are teeth. See the spell correctly? Okay. Then we have eyes. So for the eyes, we're going to call these guys. Okay, so we are not going to rename everything. So we're going to check that everything is selected. No, this is not the nose. I don't want the nose. So I select the three elements of my eye, and then I just press Ctrl G, and I write the name. Right. You can do that. Okay, so I was thinking about another thing, because we're not going to animate this, the eyes, so we can use union. Okay, so we select the three elements of the eye and we select union, and we have just one part. Okay, and we call it eye, but this is the right eye. That's it. Then we continue looking for parts. This is the nose, and then we have again eye, the three parts of the eye. Control G. No, you use union. Okay, Control Shift G. Okay, and then we just call it left eye. Then we have over there the ears. So this is the left ear, or we can group them in one, the two ears. So we can just select this one, this one, this one, this one, and we just group them in with union, and we call them right right, no, we just call them ears. So we're not going to animate them, so it's not necessary. So then we have this one that is the eyebrows. So we do the same for them. We just Ctrl Shift G, or this one, and then we just press eyebrows. Eyebrows. Then we go here, and then this is important. This is the arm. Okay, so this is the upper arm, but this is from the right side of the character. Right upper arm. Then we continue. This is the lower. Okay, so this is right lower arm. This is the boring part, right? This is the right hand. Then this is not the upper. This is the upper part. Okay, so this is left upper arm. Then this is left lower arm, and then this is hand, left hand. Then we're going to call this one, this is the foot, left, sorry, I press F, left foot. Now the next one is this one, that is left upper leg. Then we're going to go for this one, that is left lower leg. Okay, and then we go for this is belly or something. So belly is going to go with torso. Okay, so let's call it belly. Oh, sorry, I guess I pressed the key. So let's call this one belly. Belly. Then we are going to go here, and then we have, let me go. We have right lower leg. Then we have right upper leg, and finally we have right foot. Okay, right foot. Now we're missing something that I forgot, that is the tail. So we have the tail, very long thing. So we're going to select the torso, or let's select the lower torso. Then we're going to duplicate this, and then we're going to move it over here, over here, over here, over here. Let me check, probably something like this. I don't know. Over here, that's okay. So we check here the size. Let's set it to 0.4, 0.4, 0.4. Yeah, that's okay. Let's move. Now we are going to place this thing on the below, or behind the lower torso, and that's okay. And then we are just going to make some copies of this, but we are going to make them a little bit wider, longer, because we're going to animate this. Okay, so this is going to be the tail. So we're going to call this tail main, cola principal. Okay, then we're going to make another one. We're going to duplicate this one, and then we're going to drag it. Then we're just going to activate collisions again, and then we're going to use another one, disable collisions, control, and then we're going to activate collisions 3, and we're going to use 4, right? And then disable collisions, control D, enable collisions, and finally we're going to make the final part. Control D, disable collisions, control D, then we change the color to electric blue. No, this is a darker color, this is a darker color, so probably it's something here, more, That's it. And then we just activate collisions, and then we have this guy. Oh, it was 0.4. That's it, to make it skewed. The other ones were not 0.4, they were like 0.4, 0.4, 0.4, 0.6. Okay. Well, we have this, the tail, and this is going to be the tail end. That's it. Then we're going to group all of these things. Control G. I'm going to call it tail, and that's it. Okay. Now we have all the things placed, well, named. Now we're going to drag the humanoid root part, that is like the heart of the character. So we disable collisions, we just move here, and then we just scale it according to the torso, more or less. Okay. Here, 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 here. I guess that's okay. And then we are just going to disable the, well, not disable, change the transparency to 1. Make sure it's anchored. Yes, it's anchored. Okay, and that's it. So we have everything ready now. Now, if you change this and you say, oh, let's play this with this guy. Well, I mean, to see it when you play the game, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. Okay, let's wait a little bit. Sorry if the tutorial is a bit long, but I guess it will be really useful if you are making characters in Roblox. Then we see here and check. Everything is destroyed because we haven't anchored this thing. We have to anchor. Anchor is like connect, but instead of anchor, I'm going to show you how to connect all your model. Okay, so for that we are going to use a plugin. Okay, there are many plugins that you can look for it for them. So I'm going to go to my plugins and I'm going to recommend some of them. So the one that I recommend, I strongly recommend, is Moon Animator. So there are new versions. Okay, there is the Moon Animation suite. That is the old one, or you can use Moon Animator, this one, the one. Okay, so let me check if I can show you details. Let me just. This is the plugin that I recommend to you. Okay, so install Moon Animator and you will not have problems to connect all your model. Now, what you have to do now is connect all the pieces together to animate them. Okay, so you have the human root part and everything. So we are going to open Moon Animator, and you don't have anything in Moon Animator. Well, Moon Animator has other tools. Has File Explorer, Character Inserter, and Easy Weld. We are going to use Easy Weld. Okay, so select Easy Weld, que es para soldar. There is to weld the parts of your model. So now this is very important. Okay, I'm going to show you before we work with the model. I'm going to show you what I mean when we say sold or weld. I mean weld. So here, let's create here a part. And let's suppose that this is another character, that this is like a piggy face or something. And then we have here this, and then we just drag it, and that's it, and that's it, and that's it. Now, if you want to weld this thing, so this is a part and this is another part. Let's say that this is a head, and this is the nose. So obviously the nose is attached to the head, or should be attached to the head. Well, how to do that? Well, you select Easy Weld, then you go to parts, because these are parts, right? This is not a model, these are parts. Now you have to select first the part, the origin, okay, the base, okay, in this case the base is the head, yes, and the part that is going to be connected or weld to the head is the nose. So select this one and then pressing Ctrl you select the other one. If you check here, we have base part is the head, target part is the nose, the part that is going to be connected. You select join in place, join in place, and that's it. And now you see this part over here, and now if I move my head, check what happens here. Nothing happens, disappears everything, but don't worry, because we are going to Ctrl Z, okay, and we're going to make the same. We are going to let's rename this nose. You have to be very careful, you don't have to move these things after you created a weld, okay. So well, again, head, select head, then pressing Ctrl you select nose, then just join in place, and then we're going to go here. Let's play here the game, and you're going to see that the nose is attached to the head. Check, it's attached, I can move them, so, and it's like pasted to the head, the nose, okay, so that's pretty cool. So now we're going to do that. For example, let's suppose that this is the arm, upper arm, and this is the lower arm. You need to connect in this sequence, okay, which is the one that is going to be connected to the other one, okay. So now what happens if you have a model? This is very important. If you have a model, let's suppose that we don't have any union here. I delete, and then I select these two, and I just select Ctrl G, and this is a head. Now, if you want to connect a model, okay, and let's suppose that in this head we have more parts. For example, we have another eye. Oh, that looks weird. So we have two eyes, and then we have also some hair. Well, it's not hair, but something over there. So we need to connect these three parts in this model head. Well, to connect these three parts, you just have to do this. Select the model, okay, the model, and select what is the principal part of your model. The principal part is going to be head, so that's why I call it head. And then in parts, you don't have any option. But if you click in this tab model, you say it has weld model. So you have model, which is the model? The model is head. And the base part is head. La parte principal, or the main part, it's going to be head. You select weld, and that's it. And now if you move your model, well, obviously you don't have it like this. And I'm going to just place this, okay, I'm going to play it, and everything is going to be connected to this model, or pasted. Check, it's everything connected. Move. Okay, so that's the way we weld using Moon Animator. Okay, so everything is connected. Very good. Okay, so now let's start joining this. Please guys, pay attention the way I do this, okay? I'm going to be in parts right now. So, and I'm going to start selecting some objects here in my Explorer. So here we go. Let's delete the head. And then we have mouse. I'm going to start with the right eye. Well, the right eye, it's going to be pasted or attached to the head. So I go for the head, select first the head, and then I select the eye. Then join in place. That's it. Then the left eye. The left eye is the same idea. Select head and then the left eye. The order is very important. It's not first the left eye. It's first is the head. Okay. So select head and then left eye, join in place. So left eye and right eye are attached to the head. That's the idea. They are attached or connected or welded to the head. Now let's continue. Ears. The ears is going to be the same. They are going to be welded to the head. So select first head and then ears. Join. Now we go for eyebrows. Same situation with the eyebrows. So eyebrows, it's going to be here. That's it. Then lower torso. Lower torso and upper torso. The upper torso is going to be connected to lower torso. So first we select lower torso, then we select upper torso and join. Then the lower torso is going to be connected to the humanoid root part. Okay? So we go for humanoid root part. We select first the humanoid root part that is invisible. And then we're going to select we're going to select the lower torso. We join in place. That's it. Now the upper torso, it's connected to the upper torso. Now for the upper torso, we need to connect the upper arm and the upper arms from left and right side. Okay, so we're going to go for that in a moment. So we go for mouth. Also the mouth is going to be connected to the head. So head, mouth, and join in place. Then the teeth, also the teeth to the head. So head, teeth. So try to go in order. If not, it's going to be very difficult. Nose, it's connected. We just make sure that it's connected. Okay, so we look for nose. No, nose is not connected. So head, nose, join in place. And then we go for mouth is connected. Nose, right upper arm and left upper arm. The right and left have to be connected to the upper torso. So we select upper torso and then right upper arm and we join in place. Then we continue, guys. We continue to right upper arm. Then we go for right lower arm. Right lower arm has to be connected to upper arm. So right upper arm first, then right lower arm, and then connect. And then the lower arm has to be, okay, the right hand has to be connected or welded to the right lower arm. So we select first right lower arm and then the right hand. And the right hand, it doesn't have to be welded to, connecting something, okay? So that's it. Then we go for left lower arm. Left lower arm has to be connected to the left hand. So we select left lower arm, left hand, connected. Then upper arm has to be connected to the upper torso, and then we go for left upper arm, check. Here, let me just make it here. That's it. Okay, upper torso, and then left upper arm, left upper arm, upper torso and left upper arm, connect. Then we continue. Upper arm, the upper arm has to have the left lower arm first, left upper, then left lower. Left upper, left lower. Then we go for lower arm with left hand. Check these two. Then we go for left foot. The foot is not going to be connected, but it's because, first we start with the upper part of the leg. Okay, left upper leg with left lower leg. Connect. And then left lower leg with left foot. That's it. And then we have belly. Belly is going to be connected to upper torso. So we go first and select upper torso. Then we select belly and we connect. Then we go for this part, okay, right lower leg, right upper leg with right lower leg, join in place. Right lower leg with right foot, join in place. And we finish this part. You are just missing one section, that is the tail. If you check, I group the tail. So now, if you want to connect the tail and to animate the tail, you have to do something special, okay? So, but to do that, we are going to make it. I hope you understand this procedure. First, I'm going to connect these parts, okay? So, the main, this is not 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 the main, we are missing one part. Let me check. This one, that it's outside. I'm going to connect this part. I'm going to select it here. I'm going to call it tail 0 because this is going to be the one that is connected to the body, right? Then we go for the next, that it's going to be tail 1 connected to tail 0. Tail 1. Then we are going to rename this one to tail 2. It's very nice that you rename them. This is going to make your job easier. Tail 3. If you remember, I have a character that it's an elephant and it has the trunk animated. Well, and this is the end, so you can call it tail 4. Tail 4. So well, now this tail is going to be connected to the lower torso. So we select lower torso, then we go for tail 0 and we connect them. First lower torso, then tail 0, that is this part, join in place. That's it. And now we're going to connect, in this case, the tail 0 with tail 1. Join in place. The tail 1 with tail 2. Join in place. The tail 2 with tail 3. Join in place. And the tail 3 with tail 4. And we have everything placed, guys. I don't know. Well, then if we just set collisions over here, we put it over here and then we just play here, nothing is going to happen. I know that nothing is going to happen right now. But we have our character over there. That's cool, right? But if you move it, well, this is going to happen with him. The head, we need to connect the head. Okay, so we go for the head. The head is going to be attached or connected or welded to the upper torso. So we go for upper torso, select upper torso, and then we select the head. That's it. And then we just play here. Play here, no, I mean, we used our plugin that is Easy Weld and Join. You can use any kind of plugins that are for welding, okay? So this is very useful. I like Moon Animator. It's very nice, okay? It's sweet. And that's it. We have everything connected. Now, what is the next part? Well, the next part is that if you go to animation, you are not going to be able to animate because check, if I go to animation, I say, okay, I want to animate this. Select a rig. It's not a rig because it needs something else. Click on your model, mouse, and then select this plus button, and then you select humanoid. It's going to insert a humanoid part. And then it's ready. So you click here and you select your character and it's ready to be animated. But there is a problem. You need to fix the rig or the connection or the skeleton of your mouse. But for now, I guess that's all for this video. Check. You have here, it's not perfectly rigged, okay, or connected, so we need to fix this because if not, check, this is not correct. But for now, that's all. If you leave a like to this video, I will do the other part very fast. Okay, so please do it guys. Okay, if you check the head, if you cannot select a part, it's probably because it's not very welded. Yeah, it's welded. Hello. Okay, so we're going to do that in the next episode, guys. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to weld, how to make or fix the rig. Okay, so also this, but check, this is not correct. Okay, that you move it over there and that spins like that. Okay, but well, anyway, the principal part is this one here. Here. Make sure, let me check because I see that the legs are not like moving very well. Okay, well, probably we have some errors, so we are going to fix that errors in the next video. Okay, so well, for example, if we go out from here, just make sure, for example, the lower torso, let me check if the lower torso is correctly. Lower torso, where is lower torso? lower torso. It's here. It just has the tail and the upper torso. It needs to be connected with the upper legs. Okay, so well, to do that, let's do it just easy. We go here and we select, for example, lower torso and then upper leg. We look for an upper leg. Upper leg. Right, left, upper leg. That's it. First torso, lower torso, and left upper leg. Join. So that's the idea. So then we have lower torso again with right upper leg. Right upper arm. We are missing one leg. I cannot see this leg. Right upper leg. Well, then we go here. Let me check because I cannot see this thing. It's here. This is left. I connected left. And where is right? Is this one? Right lower leg, right upper leg. This is the one. It's over here. So lower torso with right upper leg. That's it. And then everything has to be connected. Right now, if we go to animation, we can go here and we can select this part and check. Yes, not perfect because we need to fix the rig, because if not, it's like to fixing the knees and elbows. Okay, so that's the idea. And check the tail. If we have the tail, we want to animate the tail. Well, it's possible to animate the tail also. Okay, but we are going to do that in other episodes. Okay, so on another video. Episode sounds very ridiculous. Okay, so well, my name is Eduardo and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial about making a character, okay, mouse from the game Kitty, okay, in Roblox Studio, and how to connect all the parts in your model. So don't forget to leave a like. My name is Eduardo. Goodbye. Bye.